Motherhood.com.my. Everything for your little ones. Motherhood.com.my. Amazing prices, fast delivery, baby products and maternity. Everything for your little ones. Motherhood.com.my.
Hello and welcome to the Motherhood Talk Show, where it's all about mothers and babies and everything you need to know about everything. Today we are talking about breastfeeding to bottle feeding. My name is Serena C, your host, and we have two beautiful guests here who are going to explain everything we need to know about this transition. I have to look at this. I don't want to get your name wrong, Mom. Certified Lactation Consultant is Puan Salmia binti Datuk Haji Talib. You are certified as a Train the Trainer, a committee member of National Lactation Center, and also has organized facilities and conducted seminars in hospitals for nurses and mothers. In fact, Puan Salmia is the one who reminded me today that Breastfeeding Month August stretches into September for a lot of hospitals.
Yes.
So what does that entail? What breastfeeding month in the hospital, what do they do?
We are saying about breastfeeding, the benefits, and we need support from the parents, from the husband. Yeah.
As in the couple goes in to learn more about breastfeeding.
Yes.
I see. So go. And next we have a mother. And a mother, well, you know how other way to get true stories than from a mother who already has 1 year 6-month-old child.
Yes.
And she's 5 months pregnant. Congratulations. We have Instagrammer Nur Ain. I actually checked out your Instagram briefly just now, and like me, you focus a lot more about healthy eating for your child. So that fits into this, because when we were breastfeeding, do you remember when we were breastfeeding?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, but whatever you eat goes to your baby, right? So as a whole, breastfeeding, everybody tells you it's the most beautiful thing. You get your bonding with your child, but they don't tell you about acid reflux, they don't tell you about colic, they don't tell you about things you eat that may affect your baby. That is what we're gonna start talking about right after this.
Okay.
Hey, we're back talking about breastfeeding. Now, breastfeeding, I have to agree, as a mother, she's 5 now though, as a mother, it was one of the pivotal moments of when they were 0 to a year, if you're diligent. I ended my breastfeeding journey 7 months in because I had a lot of jobs. But I have to admit that during that journey of motherhood, that is the one thing that stays in your mind, doesn't it? The bond and the everything. Well, what was your breastfeeding journey like?
My first pregnancy breastfeeding not really go so smooth because I just breastfeed until 5 months only. I was really struggle to maintain the milk supply and meet the baby demand. But unfortunately, somehow I cannot go to some other issue because some issues like emotion. So, like people say that if the mother emotion good to go, so then the flow of the breast milk will go smooth.
Correct.
So I'm not managed to get
the supply that you wanted.
Yeah.
You see, people don't show you that part. So, because breastfeeding is beautiful. But the difficulty part, that comes to you, Puan Salmia. How do you think that you could have helped her if you were there?
In the first of all, the mindset is most important.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'm not saying that breastfeeding is very easy. Okay, it's very quite tough because it's taking your time. Every 2 hourly, you need to feed your baby. Yeah, then it will go tougher and tougher if your surrounding, your sibling, mother-in-law, father-in-law, or your own mom or your husband is not really support you. Okay, that time I think you face a lot of, negative from those who are not really
Supportive.
supportive on breastfeeding.
But now in this environment, especially nowadays, breastfeeding is so pro. Everybody's breastfeeding.
Yes.
Do you think that the community is very supportive of breastfeeding mothers? Because I see a lot of Facebook pages, where I could have gone to, ask for answers and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you think Malaysia is moving in a positive direction?
Now, even now, we really have this NGO,
Wait.
supportive group on breastfeeding. Then we keep on educate all the mothers who they really need help. They can go through Facebook and everything to help out this mother who found difficulty on breastfeeding and need help. Okay, those who are breastfeeding, okay, if the mother go to me, I won't encourage to use breast pump in the first place. You need to direct latch. Why? Why direct latch? To make more milk. The baby is suckling on the breast, so it will getting more milk and more milk. Is to stimulation for the breast, for the baby to have this gain more milk to the mother.
It's the most natural stimulation
Yes.
to get more supply.
Yes.
Yes, it is true, because when we tried it, we all tried the pump, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So mechanical. It's a bit hard to get things out. So we're going to move on to this. Well, unfortunately, after the breastfeeding segment, you have to go to the bottle. So, introduction to the bottle. For most mothers, if you're doing exclusively breastfeeding or not, at one point or another, if you go back to the office, for example, like I go back to the office, I had to switch to pump, and then, sometimes the baby may or may not like it. So, what are your tips, Puan Salmia, for us to transition?
Okay, for me, truly, from my heart, If let's say if the mother really want to breastfeed, so they won't introduce bottle to the baby. But most nowadays, most of the time I can see that they breastfeed the baby at least for 1 week. And then they feel so tired.
Yes.
Okay, there is no support and lack of sleep. Then they already start with bottles.
Yes.
Yeah, because they will pump out the milk or express by hand.
Yeah.
Okay, to squeeze out all the milk into the bottle, and the father give a hand to feed the baby by using a bottle. Nowadays, I can see.
Is that better? Not better? You prefer the 100% natural latch?
Okay, because to me, I will advise the mother to direct latch. Okay, but if I can't keep on forcing the mother enforce, then the mother will feel so stressed.
Correct.
Okay, so to me, if the mother really can't breastfeed and keep on trying, then she is stressed during on this breastfeeding. Yeah, she started with bottle, but I can't do anything. That is their child, it's not mine. Because nowadays is very hard to force people say that no. But I only can advise. When I'm here, I'm advise the mother to educate the mother.
Speaking of, you are very pro latch, natural latch.
Yes.
How long do you think is the optimum time for you to breastfeed natural latch?
Okay, let's see if the mother can feed at least for 6 months is good enough to me.
7 months, yay.
Yeah, but this Ministry of Health was saying that is until 2 years.
Right.
Yeah, 6 is good enough. If the mother can't go until 1 year, I think that should be fine.
Why 2? You mean the bulk of the nutrients is up to 2 years old, you think?
Okay, you must understand by 6 months old baby, they already start with solid food.
Correct.
And then that time you need to introduce water to the baby.
Right.
Okay, so
why do you think the
up to-
ministry is encouraging up to 2 then, if they're already being introduced?
because for those who are not working mother. Okay,
I see.
yeah, for those who are not working mother, because nowadays I believe even government sector or even private, they are giving for 3 months on maternity leave. So they are not simply give for 3 months for you to just go shopping and not attend to your baby.
Oh, trust me, you cannot shop in those 3 months. I could hardly walk.
Yes, you can shop, but the thing is you have to really, the bonding you and with your baby, you see.
Understand. How was it for you at the beginning? The breastfeeding?
At first, the milk doesn't come out.
Oh yes, that's right. You had the problem, but when did you
The
stop?
milk come out after 3 days.
Yes, that's true.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The 3
Colostrum did.
Colostrum.
Colostrum
3
is
to
good.
4 days,
Yeah.
And it only few drops, and it really frustrating me.
That brings up a really good point because you know a lot of support system needs to be there for people like her. I mean, you could easily have logged on to Facebook, so maybe you were a bit depressed back then. But mothers out there, remember, right? When you have a mother in distress, always provide comfort and help. Obviously, you look very distressed back then. Okay, but going back to this from breastfeeding, unfortunately, after a while, we have to put them down and move to the bottle. Do we have any tips as to how to make it as smooth as possible to transition to the bottle?
Okay, normally I can see nowadays, even I do my rounds for all this mummy, okay, day one, they already started with bottle.
Wow.
Okay?
Yes,
Once.
like me, first day, I try pump on the first day. I try pump on the first day, but doesn't come out after 3 days.
Every mother and every baby has very different situations that we are not going to judge. But what is an easy transition for you?
Okay, easy for me. Okay, first of all, I was saying that please don't use a pump. You just, hand express.
Baby pump, using baby pump, latching.
No, actually, when the baby is latching with you, it's a good because the baby suction is much stronger than a pump. Because a few mother they are using start. Okay, like she was saying that in day one she started to use pump, right?
Yes.
She started to use pump. Majority most in this world nowadays, they thought that using a pump can get a full of milk. But it's actually colostrum is only 1 teaspoon only.
Correct.
Then when they are using a pump, then they can't see the volume of the breast milk there. Then they start to blame a pump. You understand, right? Like that. They start to blame pump. This pump is not good, you know. But actually, the colostrum you cannot pump out. You need to squeeze it out. Okay, with hand express. Then feed the baby.
That's an expert right there. Or if you have what our sponsor today has, they have this bottle that is nipple, you know.
Yes,
so the feeling is nipple. Do
Yeah.
you think that will help them transition very fast for the child? If the baby is confused if it's a real nipple or not.
Yes, it is real confused. Okay, what from my experience, okay, those who are started with bottle, then they wanted to breastfeed. Okay, you can't let the baby cry for feed.
Right.
Let's say be at least for 50 minutes. Okay, you need to carry the baby towards your breast. Let the baby smell your breast.
Right.
The milk is there. Then when the baby like drowsy a bit, like not really awake, you can give your breast first.
Right.
And then
swap to the bottle.
No. Actually, if the baby like so sleepy, switch to breast at least for 25 minutes for each breast. Okay. Then if let's say if the mother too tired, yes, nowadays they are giving this bottle. So they really feed the baby with the bottle. Then they were saying that one son, my baby is confused. I said okay. Now I understand first, second day when you are in confinement, during confinement and everything, you are so tired. Never mind. Once when she already started with bottle, okay, then she wanted to latch with breast because the milk is there. So when the baby is so sleepy, you must do the bonding, mother and baby, naked the baby. Just use the pampers to skin. So the baby definitely, it will take some time to latch on back on the breast once when you start to use bottle. But to me, so far, I do the experience. I will teach the mom. Yeah, a mom feel like 3 days, then baby will latch back.
Also, that's going back from bottle to the breast.
Yeah.
But right now, going from the breast to the bottle, like we said, Dr. Brown has a nipple bottle that can be very confusing for the baby. So it feels like you're latching on. So that's one of the ways that you can, maybe trick the baby into going to the bottle. About cleaning, sterilizing, and storing baby bottles, how important is that? Because I know some of us are very lazy. Yeah. So how is that important for you?
Okay, you have to be more hygiene, you know. You have to know that the baby is still small. Okay, baby not yet to all this bacteria and everything.
Do you think though, this generation is a little bit more paranoid because my baby registry, right? I had to put the big sterilizer, now they have the UV sterilizer, you know.
Yeah.
But back then, when we were children, our parents dipped it in hot water.
Yes.
And I'm alive. So, do you think we are over paranoid this generation?
I don't think so. Some other they just use with hot water. Yeah.
So that's my question here. So cleaning, sterilizing, storing, all these. Do you think we are too paranoid? We're doing too much of that, or should we strike a balance?
I think should be balance because like me, I have my own mind. Okay, everybody got their own mind. Whatever they want to do to their own child. Okay, as I say before, can advise the mother, okay, talk to the mother on the breastfeeding. So I think nowadays all the parents are very intelligent.
Exactly.
Okay?
How do you sterilize and clean yours?
Like usual, boil the water.
Correct, right? You don't have that giant bottle, right, with the UV, right? I mean, the giant box. Nothing against you if you want to spend $4,000 for that, but you know, our kids are still alive. And now, actually, we wanted to ask about this. I mean, a lot of mothers would be very interested to know about acid reflux. You know, acid reflux. I was actually confused. Are you born with it as a baby, or because some babies don't get acid reflux, or is acid reflux caused by how you breastfeed the baby?
Okay, when you are breastfeeding, you already use two methods. Okay, bottle and breast. Okay. Let's see, daytime they are breastfeeding the baby, nighttime they bottle feed, okay. It's not, you can't blame the bottle because sometimes this came from what the mother eats sometimes, you know. What you eat, baby eat. Some eat too much potato, baby will get this wind. And some veggie also cause a wind.
Does that have to do with colic or acid reflux? You see here? Now I don't know the difference between the two, you see?
Is similar. I can say it's similar.
So if you're 100% breastfeeding your child, and this child has acid reflux, does it have everything to do with what the mother's eating, you think?
Sometimes they don't remember. They not to say that they remember. They too busy with the baby, then forget to eat. Then the stomach is empty. I always say to all the mothers outside there, treat yourself as a gastric patient.
Correct.
Because you need to feed yourself every 2 hourly.
So is a baby born with acid reflux, or is it because of all this, the mother forget to eat, that they get the acid reflux?
Sometimes with the bottle, I can say. Sometimes with the mother eating. These two ways come in one.
But they're not born with it?
No.
Okay, let's clear that up. And another very confusing thing for me, at least, is acid reflux versus colic. What is the difference?
To me, is similar, you know. The baby still got bloated stomach, and you have to know that baby cry not only for feed. Baby will cry for some other way.
Correct.
Sometimes hungry, overfed, you know. Sometimes it's not comfortable when you, swaddle.
Crying too much?
Crying too much, yes. It can cause, you have to check the stomach. What's wrong? Maybe you overfed. Or maybe you eat the food that contains
Potato.
potato. Or
A lot of dairy. I heard
Yes.
coffee is very bad.
Yeah.
So so acid reflux is there.
Food.
Spicy food, of course, Malaysia kan. Oily food. Speaking of, when you are breastfeeding, food is very important. So what are the good ones that the mothers need to take?
To me, I was saying that you just spare wherever you sit, you need to drink water.
Right.
Okay, nowadays I believe mostly of my patient was a Chinese. So they say that, Pansal, I can't drink too much water because traditional Chinese and everything. Then I said, yeah, but you must know that the milk came from water.
Right.
Yeah, so you have to watch what you eat.
Right.
Okay, what you eat. If you eat durian, baby also eat durian.
Right.
That's the thing.
So give me 5 top things you should eat when you're breastfeeding.
Walnut,
Oh, walnut.
dates,
Okay.
dates, yeah. Like boosting milk. Sometimes the milk also milk. Okay, once when you are breastfeeding, baby are taking a lot of calcium from you. So some mother they can't eat this milk. They can take cheese. Okay.
But if it's acid reflux one, cheese and milk, out lah.
Out lah. It depends. There is a lot, there is a lot in market nowadays. Yeah.
All right, so we've gone through the good things to eat. The really bad things to eat are?
Caffeine.
Everybody knows that caffeine is number one. And
Tea,
so basically caffeine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone through that. My big question is acid reflux and colic. Colic is very, very gas related.
Yes.
Acid reflux is basically almost, but also the spit up. It's acid, right? So we actually have something to demonstrate, which you are going to do for us, because Dr. Brown actually brought a bottle that is anti-colic. It battles the colic for the baby. So we're going to demonstrate right after this. And we've come to the product segment of today. Nothing is better than a breast-like teat. Look at that. Yes. That is what Dr. Brown has produced. And this is also the anti-colic bottle. See, 2 sizes, breast-like teat. And what else do we have, Ain?
So, okay, I want to show you the difference between the other brands and with the Dr. Brown's Bottle Fate Baby. It's a breast-like nipple. And then I want to show you the difference of other brands first, and with the Dr. Brown's Bottle Fate. And first, okay, again.
Okay, I'll help you. There we go.
Okay, you can see that small bubble here.
Okay.
So that's the cause of anti-colic small bubble in the water. So when we use the Dr. Brown's bottle with the breast-like nipple.
Can we find the nipple? There it is.
Yes.
It is so secure that you... Okay, there you go.
And then sucks the water here. And you can see there is no bubble. There is no...
bubble scene.
there is no bubble. Well, pretty much none. So that is proven that is anti-colic. What else do you want to say about that? The bottle is also the vent. You can actually remove the vent as well if you don't have that problem. So that's the range that we have today. Did you know that if you use pacifiers to sleep, when you let them sleep with pacifiers, you actually reduce SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome as well. So these are the products from Dr. Brown, anti-colic. Maybe too big already. Maybe next baby. Thank you.
Okay.
Right, let's end this session with tips and tricks. Each of us have one.
Don't forget to sterile your bottles, pacifier and teats, used by using sterilizer.
Many doctors agree that pacifiers should only be given to babies that are aged 1 month and above only and have settled into an effective nursing routine.
And also, if you're done with your pacifiers, your kid does not need it anymore, please dispose, do not share, it is hygiene. So that's your tips and tricks for this part. Hello, and we're back. A lot of questions that a lot of you have on your minds are right here, so let us ask for you. Now, it's important to burp your baby during breastfeeding, right?
Yes, yeah.
So do you do that with bottle feeding as well?
Yes,
How often do you have to, is it after every feeding?
every feeding you have to burp the baby.
What is the significance of that?
Okay, if baby is not burping, okay, baby will
Retain air inside.
the air, and as well baby won't feel comfortable on his or her stomach.
I see. It's because adults, we can burp, you see, they cannot burp.
Burping will take a longer time.
Right.
Sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 1 hour also. Yeah.
Yep. Ayan has a question too.
Yes, what the mother should do if baby keep resisting the bottle?
Oh, there is to me, as far as my experience, there is no babies that really reject on bottles.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because why? Because why they like bottle? Because they don't have to work hard like breast.
You're right.
Yeah. Because the bottle have the teats have the hole, and no need to using
Too much
the
suction. Yeah. All right. And also, nipple confusion. You know, sometimes we go from breast to bottle, breast to bottle. What is your solution to that?
Okay, my solution, if those who already started with bottles in the first place, then change their mind to switch off with breast. Okay, it will take sometimes maybe 2 days, sometimes 3 days. It depends on situation, how is the mother react, and also that is why I was saying earlier on, when you wanted to switch back to breast, you need to let the baby not cranky or crying too loud.
It has to be a comfortable environment, and you're bonding.
Yes, bonding,
okay.
Yeah. Then you can, because some baby already get used with bottle, then back to breast, okay, it will take sometimes, okay? But no matter how, the baby still will latch on breast, okay? With bottles, probably it doesn't have to work so hard, yeah? If breast, the baby have to work for the milk to come out.
So, all right, let me go. Okay. So in some countries, there are infants who are taught to use a cup from the get-go, like from Europe and all that. Is it okay if we do that here, to drink from a cup immediately?
Yes, why not? A cup feeding, we call it. Yeah, sometimes the mother was saying that, okay, please feed my baby with cup feeding in the hospital, I'm saying, yeah. So the nurse will do the cup feeding for the baby. But some parents, they are uncomfortable or because they don't practice. Okay, if we always say that practice make perfect. Okay, that's why we encourage the father to try to cup feed the baby, but it will take a longer time. Maybe with a cup feeding, baby will throw more than go into the stomach.
Doesn't matter. Practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Now, also, moms who bottle feed often wonder if a baby is getting enough nutrition, like when you move on to formula, or even if it's your own, even though the milk is our own. So, how do we go about that? It's a mom's mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, it's individual. If you are saying that, okay, we see like 6 months, 6 months old, they need to be fed by solid food, okay? Because some mother was saying that, oh, I breastfeed until 2 years, only breast milk. You can't do like that, because 6 months, baby need all these nutrients, the iron, vitamins, all into the body through all this natural food.
Right.
You cannot rely on the breast milk alone.
That's a very big misconception, because there are a lot of mothers who are very proud that they're only breastfeeding until year 2. You need to add on with others, right?
Yeah.
So to conclude from both of you, Ayn is also quite the expert, almost mother of 2 already. When it comes to breastfeeding and bottle feed, transitioning to bottle, what is your advice now to new mothers?
Okay.
For Ayn, because she has gone through the distress, and all that. What is your advice?
Advice for bottle feeding or?
For everything that you went through.
For me, the first is like the experts say, for the smooth breastfeeding journey, you have to set on your mind.
Positive mind.
Yes, positive. So everything will went, I think.
Young mothers tend to be very stressed. I was not young, but I was a first mother. Everything stressed, right?
Yes,
Is she breathing?
yeah.
She's still breathing. I used to do that one on the cot, and that's a great advice for young mothers, because when you stress, calm yourself down and go to the next lady. Doesn't have to be an expert, can be a friend, right? And what else throughout this journey of breastfeeding?
I could maybe during my confinement not much as like others, but because I do my confinement myself.
Oh,
So
why.
that's the one thing. So I really hope that
So stressed.
I really hope that when mothers during the confinement, they can get the precious breastfeeding journey.
yes.
So the mother need the support from husband, ultimately from husband, from my family, and also the surrounding.
Your friends, everybody has to be supportive.
Support community in Facebook or where.
Aren't you glad we have Facebook pages
Yeah.
nowadays, isn't it? And from Puan, your last advice.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I would like to advise to all the young mothers, try to, as I say that when you are holding the baby while during feeding is so stiff, your shoulder and everything, it's no good. The baby can feel it, can feel it. Then the baby will cranky. Then mother thought that the baby don't want to latch on the breast. But actually you need to be calm, be more comfortable, baby comfortable, so the breastfeeding journey will be smoothly.
As long as you're calm, your baby will be calm, because they can read your body language. And with your journey transitioning to bottles, we wish you good luck. And that's the end for this episode. This has been a motherhood.com talk show.
Thank you. Yeah.
Motherhood.com.my. Everything for your little ones. Motherhood.com.my. Amazing prices, fast delivery. Baby products and maternity. Everything for your little ones. Motherhood.com.my.